Welcome back to In the Lab, man. We got a special episode for you guys tonight, man. We're gonna be talking about artists who don't have classic albums. And when we're speaking of this, we talk about people that you, as the listener, would expect, especially with the success they had over their careers. That's your homie, Boss Man Busy. That's the homie.
YJ, we are here. We are back and active, in motion. And this kind of stems from, matter of fact, it does stem from, not kind of, stems from a Joe Budden podcast discussion they had. But that actually, I think, stems from Math Hoffa, Roy and
Yes.
Mao, which is kind of odd. But yeah, so they were having this discussion about, artists who you would think, like you said, had a classic album, but they feel they didn't. So we gonna kind of go some of the names, on the list.
Yeah, so cup your feelings
Yeah,
because it's our opinion only.
yeah.
I think later towards the end we'll probably mention some classic albums I think that the whole world agree on, and we may compare it to some that just did not make the list. So it
Right.
is what it is.
Or
But
we can compare classic album to classic album. And we don't know where we gonna go. First, I think we should define what is a classic album, in which they had three things. They said impact, influence, and longevity. We're gonna take out influence because NBA YoungBoy is influential, Soldier Boy is influential, so we're gonna replace it with impact, production, and longevity, and we're gonna do that to make our judgments about what is a classic, basically.
absolutely. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
Who you want to start
So,
with first, bro?
let's start off with Ludacris, right? Let's go there first.
Ludacris. Okay, let's go ahead and
Let's
scroll across the bottom.
let's start off with Ludacris. Uh, Southern Hospitality. We got Ludacris first big album release, and I think Crucial mentioned this album. Maybe was it last week or something in the group. You know, Cadillac grills, Cadillac meals. Check out the oil my Cadillac spills.
Yeah, Ludacris, yeah, definitely one of the most animated artists of all time, probably next to Buster. Hey, he's on the list too. That's crazy.
Mm.
I think Luda, he took the world by storm with that. As we speak of his animation, Luda can rap. Do you agree with
Yeah,
that? Right?
yeah.
Luda
Luda
can
can
rap.
rap. He can definitely rap. Not trash at all. Uh,
But it comes a
or,
time where you have to make hits and you have to put together a project. A lot of people to me don't understand it. And there's nothing wrong with that. But when you're trying to, put out a album, make it make sense. And try to reduce, I'm gonna say this, reduce album fillers, please. Nobody want to hear album
yeah.
fillers.
So, Southern Hospitality, man. What's your fantasy? Of course. Get off, man. What you want me all day? Stick 'em up. Stick 'em up. With UGK. Get off me with Pastor Troy. Use a hoe. Ho. We had that.
Whoa.
The Southern Hospitality, which I start off rapping. The Fat Rabbit with Timberland. Um, I mean, 16 songs. You got a few skits on there. One, two, I think three skits. Um, a lot of people would say this is probably his classic, I guess, back for the first time. Uh, Word of Mouth.
Word of mouth definitely wasn't it. I mean, Word of Mouth has some jams on there, and don't get it twisted. You know, just because you have some jams on there, you want to look at how many songs you got on this project versus how many that actually slaps.
Yeah.
So if you got a 17 track CD and 3 of them or 4 of them, hell, I even give you 5 of them slap. That's not a classic CD, man. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Roll Out, Area Codes, Growing Pains, Move Bitch. It's Saturday. Chicky yicky yicky. Keep It on the Hush with Faye. Freaky Things, classic song. Twisted and Jagged Edge. So yeah, I mean, it got 18 on it, and I just named probably about 6, and there's probably a couple others. So about 9 out of 18, probably, if I'm being nice.
Ooh,
9
yeah,
out of 18
you're being nice.
on Word of Mouth. That was
You
Word of Mouth.
you
That's
being
not a
nice.
that's not a bad project. We're talking about classic, of course, but that's Word of Mouth was a good project.
When we
Go
speak of
ahead.
classic now, it's almost like graduating what they call it, cum della cum, whatever the shit is.
Right.
One of the highest GPAs that you can have. Anybody
Magna
don't
cum laude.
man, yeah, whatever. You know what the hell I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So if it doesn't grade or your GPA is not there, then it's not a classic. Because you got,
Yeah.
and we'll get into some of the other classic albums later, but we just can't stamp classic on an album that we like. We can't do that.
Right. And just because it's their best album that they've ever put out, people feel, that doesn't mean it's a classic either.
I mean,
It's a them classic. There's Southern classics. You know, we got New York classic. This album is New York classic. We'll get into that. I really hate saying that Ludacris doesn't have a classic album because of word of mouth, because I love the album, man. It's just we going classic. We talking All Eyes on Me. We talking Life After Death. We talking Scarface, Last of a Dying Breed. We talk like the like I can't put this album next to Scarface, Last of a Dying Breed. I can't do it.
can't. And I don't think the production was the best. I mean, that's one thing we actually spoke of. We told you that we was replacing um, influence with production, and I don't think he had the best production period throughout his career. Now, did he have some bangers, some great beats? Yes, but I think Luda did what Luda wanted to do, or he rapped on beats that he wanted to rap on, if you ask me. And just some
Yeah,
of them didn't do it for me. Now,
yeah.
do you hear any of these songs being played riding around through the city?
Through In My Car, Freaky Things is the dopest song on his album, and that song lives forever in my vehicle. I'll say
Okay,
that.
respect.
Some of the other songs, maybe not. I will say Saturday on the next album. On was it? No,
Saturday.
that song, I fucking love that song, man. I always had my brother used to hate that shit when it came on. But with the video, I used to be up, system on blast, fucking full of cash, just seen a big old inside. Ticky yicky yicky. You said it had a little rooster in the video and shit, like ooh ooh ooh. Sleepy Brown in there singing. Man, hey, I love that song. It gives me a feeling that a lot of other music doesn't give me. It's just a feel good feeling, and Ludacris made that kind of music. So I think that's what's fucking with me, because what was on it, it made the ratio may not have been classic albumish, but the ones that was, it's leaning classic. But this is classic, not leaning classic. So
Right. There we go. There we go. You ain't got a 3.7, you gotta have a 3.8, nigga. We can't do it. Sorry. You're missing the point. But
yeah,
yeah, so I think those are two of his best albums. So we ain't even gotta go no further to the rest of them. Now, some of you guys might like some of the older ones.
Yeah,
that's you. She got chicken and beer. I didn't like that one.
Mm-mm.
But anyway, we got
was the
several ones we
start.
want to get through too.
Yeah.
And I'ma fuck around and slap a nigga. The truth is they some rapping niggas. Most of them some average spitters.